I'm going to start doing that like Jay.
Is that the new one?
5, 4, 3, 2.
In 2.5 years of doing this show, we still haven't got it down. It's so fucked. Hello, everybody. Welcome to He Said, She Said. That's Ophelia, who has some kind of new hair tonight.
Because I'm having issues. I'm having ball issues.
Yes, you had ball issues
Everyone
last
has
week.
gotten to touch my balls today.
Yes, I did touch them. They were in your ovaries.
Well, the problem is they're not.
You want them to be.
Today they just were like, oh no, we're not going.
No,
we're not
going in there.
Rude.
Do you wear one of them things?
Yes, I try. Well, I'm not wearing it today.
What do they call it?
A gaff.
A gaff.
Mm-hmm. I'm not wearing it today.
Well, no, because you're wearing a very
Well, no, because
dress.
nothing wanted to go in. Everything's like, oh no, we like to hang out today.
Well, you said because they're full and they need to be empty.
Yeah, it could be true. That could be true. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Well,
I am still a virgin.
The opportunity to empty them this last weekend, or did you? Because your ship left. Your favorite
Well,
ship.
not my ship, but one of the ship left.
One of the ships left.
Yes, it's very sad.
With all of your boyfriends on.
Yes. With a new captain. Oops.
Oops. What did you do this weekend? What's going on in your life, in your world, besides days?
Very busy. Okay, I've decided, because I was talking to one of my neighbors yesterday. I was like social, actually, with my neighbors.
Did they ask you, when are you going to do something with your yard?
They're like, no, please, no one in my neighborhood does their yard. No. Oh, but that is kind of an issue. I found out in talking to my neighbors that you remember that I just got my yard done.
Because they did the repaving
and
and all
everything.
that. Yeah.
And so I got a couple of the neighbors were telling me that they've been going to the planning committee meetings, and that now there is a proposal to rip out what they just did to put in diagonal parking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, don't tell me I didn't make some phone calls yesterday.
I'm sure Todd Gloria's office is very happy to hear from you.
Dion is so sweet at Todd Gloria's office. Because, I called, and Vanessa's really sweet, too. She answers the phone. And I'm like, hey, this is Ricky. She goes, Todd's not in.
Todd's not in.
And I'm like, I don't really want to talk to him first. I'd like to talk to Dion first. And she goes, oh, she goes, he's going to be excited.
I'm sure. He'll be calling you back momentarily.
He did. He was very good. He said that she was like, he's in talking to Todd right now. I'm like, cool, so I know they're both there.
And you were like, ixnay.
I know they both grabbed their phones and tried to check Foursquare. They're like, God, is she close? Is she in the building?
So you said nix the diagonal parking and...
Yeah, well, supposedly that's just a rumor right now that he hasn't even heard of it. But he said that even if they did, that he doesn't see that happening because they just spent all of that money doing all of that.
Right.
What I really think that it is, and I'm not gossiping, okay, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking against the church because I hate talking against people, except for pride. But, so what I really think it is there's a church that is over in my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And it used to be a small little quaint church. Now it's a growing church. Uh-huh. And now there's a lot of people and they're loud and annoying and they take up parking.
All the parking, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so when they did all of this, they had more parking and now they don't. And so there is nowhere to park. And the school that's over there, they used to not, close their gates and stuff. Now they start closing their gates, so now they're really having them work. So what I'm really thinking is that it's the church that's complained and that they want more parking because now they don't have people for their parking. I say if you've grown out your area, move on.
Buy a different church.
Because I call and complain about the church all that time.
What do you say?
I call the police and tell them they're noisy.
They're noisy.
And they need to turn down their noise. I do not, if I wanted to go to church, I'd go to church. I don't want to sit in my living room and be at church. I could watch Joel Osteen for that.
Right, exactly.
He's hot, by the way, Joel.
Before they did all that construction in front of your house on the streets, the street would have been wide enough to have diagonal parking.
Yes. I would have bitched about it, though. No, I'm not. No, I'm not a parking lot.
Your shit is it was the size of an 8-lane freeway.
It was.
It was massive.
Okay, the other part that is very interesting is since they have, they did what they did in front of my house because they said it was to traffic calming or something.
Uh-huh.
because of accidents and yada yada yada. We need a little napkin.
A little napkin.
I know Jay's busy on the phone, but I need a napkin. A napkin. Anyway, so oh no, she did.
See, we need to have a camera now that like shoots out into the.
Oh no, she did. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. We'll be talking about that later. I'm gonna be calling Mom. So, there's been more little accidents and fender benders since they've done this than before. Thank you. And it wasn't even for me. It's because Aaron, your boyfriend, made a mess. Mm-hmm. If you were paying attention.
Cuddle buddy. They're not boyfriends.
Yeah, whatever. Call it what you will.
Call it what you will.
So yeah. So what else did you do this weekend?
Besides complain about the
that only took a couple of minutes.
Okay. But
it doesn't take me long to complain.
Well, trust, girl. Everybody who watches the show knows that.
I get it right
Except for when you talk about pride.
Well, it was Father's Day. It was a very busy. Oh, so let's see. What did I do this weekend? I knew my Facebook.
You went to Gay Days. I know that.
I did go to Gay Days in Del Mar.
And that was Friday,
the San Diego
right?
Fair. That was Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Father's Day, which is kind of a really stupid day to do it. But it was fun. It was good. Have you been to the fair yet?
I have not been to the fair yet.
I'm going to go back because I went with a large group of people. You know, it was Gay Day. And I had a great time. I hung out with, you know, with Callie and Greg and Jesse and a bunch of people. It was very fun.
And the hot dude in the green tank top.
Yes. He's very sweet. Very, very, very sweet. Young. Girl, I say young. Anyway, so I felt like I needed to breastfeed him or something.
Well, you were front and center in every picture that I saw posted.
I cannot help that.
Right next to him.
I cannot help that it was that he wanted to be next to me. I was like his mother,
I assumed it was very strategic.
What, did he want to be next to me?
No, that you...
Well, I think he is actually a dancer, I believe, at Rich is.
Okay.
And so I believe that he's very popular too. So, you know, so basically we were two popular people in the midst of all of the other people.
All that popularity just surrounded.
People just gravitated around us in the circle. So that's just kind of how that happened. But it was very fun. It was really, really fun. And I do have to give a shout out to Callie's little boy, Cameron. Who is the cutest little thing. So in part of the fair, they have like this out of the world, because it's out of the world, this space thing. And there's this like this doodad thing that you have to get on, and then you have to balance, and then you try to keep the light solid, this light that's in front of you, for as long as you can, right? And all of these people are in line, and all these people are jumping on it and trying to do it, and no one can get this thing, you know, to even out. And it was very difficult. It was insanely difficult to do. And so, but no one's doing it. So Cameron's like, oh, I want to get on it. And he's like 4, I think. I mean, he's like, you know, little. So I'm like, all right. So I put him on, and then I'm like, put his feet so where the feet go, and it's kind of like all spread out. You know what I'm saying? Because he's short. Anyways, he sat there, and in 2 seconds had that thing balanced and the light on. And all that he did, I was like watching him, he was like just totally focused on the top light.
Right.
And then like he got that all lit, and then he just stood there and it stayed lit. And then everyone's like all applauding him and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you rock.
What did he win?
Nothing. It was just, you know.
Oh, really? What, something he could get a stuffed animal for? Or anything?
No, it was just an exhibit.
What was your favorite fair food?
I didn't do fair food.
Oh, is that kind of why you want to go back?
Well, I do. Well, I want to go back too, because I didn't go. You know, like when you have that many people, I really feel you spend most of the time looking for the people that you're with.
Of course. And not riding rides.
Right. Well, no.
Anything.
There was a lot. I wasn't going to ride rides there. I had to go because it was Father's Day. So when they all went to go do the rides, I went to my parents' house for dinner with my dad.
Oh, that was very nice.
Because it was Father's Day. So that was lovely. That's what I did. And then, yeah, I don't know what else I did.
That sounds like a very...
I took Luna out for a couple of hours. We went for a really lovely ride. About 3 hours. We both got back. I swear, if Luna could talk, I know when we got back, she was like, get off me. Just get the fuck off of me.
You spent enough time here, bitch.
Yeah.
Time for you to go.
Yeah, she's like, don't you have friends? Go somewhere.
Oh my God.
So it was very fun. It was good. I don't know what now I did other things. I just don't know what I did.
That's all right. It was a good weekend for me. Thank you for asking. It was Father's Day, of course. I didn't get to see my dad, but we texted each other because he's getting good with his texting.
Why didn't you Skype? You could have Skyped or FaceTimed.
Oh no, he doesn't care about that. Only my mom does. My mom loves her the FaceTime and the Tango.
Do you know that when the new update comes out on the iPhone,
iOS 6, yes.
You will no longer have to have Wi-Fi to FaceTime.
Yes. Hey. I know. That will be very happy. And then all the people that have Tango, like me, we won't need Tango anymore. So
no, it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. I cannot wait for the new phone because it's
not that. It's just that they're not coming out with the new phone. It's just going to.
Well, they will come out with a new phone.
Yeah, but not for a while.
I'm going to say September.
I don't think it's going to be for a while.
I think it's going to be sooner than you think it is.
All right.
But I will be getting the new phone because I did not upgrade to the 4S.
Right.
So I've had mine for a while. So.
Oh. Well, okay. I think I have to upgrade to the new iPad.
To the new one, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do the 3.
Well,
because I also heard that when the new operating update thing comes, whatever it's called, that Siri, they're going to put Siri on the iPad. And I love Siri. A lot of people have problems with Siri. I have no problems with her.
Oh, I love all the Bumble websites for, shit Siri says. Have you seen that one?
No.
No. Yeah, shit Siri says is great. They also have a little YouTube video. You should go.
Those are funny. She does very good with me.
I know a lot of people that love Siri. I loved Siri when Siri was an app. When they got rid of the app because they integrated it into the phone, I was pissed. Because I loved Siri. Siri was great. It took a little bit longer because it wasn't integrated into the phone, but she still worked.
Yeah, but she works good. I like her.
I like her.
But a couple other people, they just don't. But I also watch them, and they just, it's like she doesn't recognize her voice or something. It's very funny.
Or they're talking all odd or whatever.
Yeah.
But so we went and spent Father's Day. Donald and I did with the rest of the daddies at the Hole, which was very nice. And I did get some very nice Father's Day greetings and hugs and pats and things like that. But the night before,
that mean like you're a daddy?
Well, I can't help it. I did get a nice shirt that says Father of the Year. I don't know why I'm the Father of the Year, but
neither do I.
Somebody went shopping at Babette Schwartz and found me a nice shirt. I want to say that Babette Schwartz, I love all the people that work there.
They are very sweet.
They are so sweet. And they are great about recommending things when you say, hey, I have this event to go to for this person and I need something that's blah, blah, blah. They're great at recommending gifts and stuff. Yeah, gifts. I love that.
Well, they're good. They're very well trained.
This past Saturday, and I know that Ian had talked about it a little bit on They Said, and I don't know if we talked about it last week or not, but it was the other prom at the center.
Oh, yeah.
And so we had put out Facebook, because the other prom costs money. Motherfuck. It's not cheap.
It is.
It is not cheap. But literally, in a matter of 2 days, just with Facebook posts, we raised the $3,000 plus.
To throw it on.
To throw it. So all of the kids could go for free.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
It was all for free. It was all decorated really nicely. That was on Saturday night. And I mean, again, I volunteered to be there last year for their little security and everything like that because, they can get a little rowdy. Mm-hmm. But it's so great to see what they come dressed up like and everything. I mean, they were great. It was really fun to see. So that was on Saturday night. And
was there food?
Yes, they did have food. It was Abby, I believe, who does most of the most of the stuff for the center. So, congratulations to everybody who was at prom.
How many people were there?
I would say this year there was probably about 170 kids.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And wasn't there another? Also, wasn't there another prom, or there another prom thing coming up?
Getting ready to be the White Trash Prom at Baja Betty's, which is this coming Saturday.
I'm totally ready for that.
Or wait, what's today? The 21st? It's the 23rd, so yeah, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't have anything to wear. I'm gonna have to call Christina Monet and find something.
I knew you'd say something like that. She can help you get all dolled up.
I'm just thinking, if I want the white trash stuff, I'm gonna call her.
She's going to the fucking closet in her trailer. Oh, I love Christina.
I'm gonna get a phone call over that.
Of course you will.
Because Lady Ajax is gonna wonder why I don't call her.
Oh, shit. Well, speaking of Lady Ajax,
yes,
I saw her last night because it was, of course, the Imperial Court meeting. which happens every month at the center.
Right.
And I've been noticing that her wardrobe has become very businesslike lately.
I know.
So I asked her, I said, are you going on a job interview? Because you're starting to look like, Hillary Rodham Clinton or, something. Because it's like pantsuits.
Was she dressed up?
Yeah. Like all business suits, and they're all...
She's always kind of been like that, but
Has she? I don't know. I would always think that it would be an opportunity to have colors, employee dresses, like you do. You're like a little stylish. Well, I said a little.
Not much, but I do think, it kind of goes with the role. It's kind of like Lady Diana. She was fun and glamorous, and then, she had her little business attire.
Got it.
I was the same way when I was the Empress.
Got it.
You've got to dress for the occasion.
Subdued.
Yeah, now I'm like, who fucking
You're
cares?
Like, whatever, fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm talking about moo-moos and comfort. The only thing not comfortable on me is my shoes and my balls
and
today.
your balls today, because you're not wearing your, what's it called?
Gaff.
Gaff. It sounds like gash.
Gaff.
Gash. Oops. Sorry, lesbians. I like that word. Speaking of, actually today we were supposed to be, and I completely forgot about this because I came out.
I love how you forgot about it and I didn't even know about it. So.
Well, the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about and give a shout out to Lee, our friend who graduated on Friday. Congratulations, Lee. So he is a culinary management professional now.
He's official.
Yes, congratulations. So I went to his graduation and it was all,
where was it at?
They run that through. It was at the Sheraton Harbor Island.
Right.
And they literally run it through in fucking 90 minutes. No more, no less. Because they are not paying for that fucking tent that it was in for a minute more than they have to. And there was...
Well, how much more do you have to talk about when you're graduating?
Well,
get your piece of paper and move on.
Jesus Christ, when I did it, it was like 4 fucking hours. And there wasn't that many people graduating. I'm like, we had the speakers and then every fucking... keynote address.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and all the different. It was awful. But
that's why I didn't go to school.
You did. You went to hair school.
I didn't.
Didn't they have a graduation?
I went to criminal justice.
Oh. Ooh, girl. Okay. Did we? I don't remember. What did you go to criminal justice school
I wanted to be a federal postal inspector.
Oh, that's right.
That was my dream job.
I do remember.
And now look at me.
Now look at me. I do hair. You could probably go back to school and still do it.
Oh, I don't need to go back to school.
Oh,
I just need to get the.
Just need to get the job.
Well, I might have to go back now because now I just know how to break laws. I'm not sure.
Right? They'll say, "Here, you have to pass this test first to get the job." You'll be like, "What? Can I take it home and bring it back?"
Thank you.
No. Anyways, Friday night we came here for a little post-graduation whatever, and Taj was spinning, and I saw Matt, and he said, "Hey, when do you guys want to go film at Hillcrest Brewing Company?" And I said, "As soon as you guys are done with fucking construction, because every time we go over there, there's some construction shit going on." It's like,
but the construction workers are hot, so I don't mind going over there.
They totally
I
are.
might stop by there tonight.
Well, we were supposed to be there tonight because that's what he recommended, and I completely forgot. So I guess we can do that next week.
I might get on the little paddy wagon and go over there.
Jitney, I love the paddy wagon. Except for you won't let me film you when you're on it.
Oh, no, I won't.
No, you don't like that. Because we did last time we went. Man.
I'm not like a friggin' parade.
Oh, God.
Speaking of, I made my reservations to go out of town the weekend of July 20th.
Oh, you did, huh? So you won't be here for the block party?
No.
Won't be going down to the festival?
No.
To see Alejandra, who's emceeing the Latino
I know,
tent?
I think that's very good of her.
It's a tent, by the way. It's not a stage. I'm sorry. I'm just pointing that out.
Well, they got to keep the ethnicity undercover.
Oh.
They don't want people to see all of that.
They don't want them to see the Mexicans,
unless you're working a vendor booth.
Do you think that's what it'll be? Do you think we'll have to be bilingual to order a beer?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I'll just bring Jay with me. He speaks that language.
That language. Well, I will not be there.
You will not be there.
No.
Praise.
I thought about doing a boycott. Thought about doing a protest out in front of it this year.
Oh, well, you can just join the ones that will be already protesting. I think they'll be across the street on 6th Avenue.
No. I'm talking about
You don't want that kind of protest.
I want the gays protesting the gay event. That is what I want. I want them holding out signs and protesting in front. I'd love to see some gays protesting Pride.
Well, maybe we'll have to give you some phone numbers of some people you might be able to call to
I'm going out.
put that event together. But no, if you're going out of town, what do you care?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm going out of town.
Okay. Yeah, well, Jay, I don't know. Are you guys going? I am not planning to go to Pride other than to work for Stonewall. So I will be doing patrol for Stonewall.
Well, that's very good. Didn't they just have their elections or something?
No, we're getting ready to have our elections.
Oh.
Which is one of the things that I've been preparing for. You know, I've been the president of the board for almost 3 years now.
Right.
And I am stepping down. So we
And who's going to step up?
Well, we are having board elections on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday.
Well, who's thinking about stepping up?
Well, we have about 8 or 9 people that want to join the board.
Right.
And then once they are voted into the board, then that board themselves will determine what the elected positions are.
That is very sweet.
Yes. So that happens on Tuesday. 8 o'clock at the center. If you want to go, you can go.
I'm busy on Tuesday.
Well, I think you should be the board president and Jay can be the board vice president.
I think that is insane.
Do you even know what Stonewall does?
They serve beer.
They serve beer. Exactly. We drive the drunks home.
Thank you.
That's what everybody thinks we do.
Well, they've given me a couple rides.
See? Oh my God, we ran so late. We need to take a break. We'll be right back. We're back. Full beer.
I never get refills. I just have to do my own.
You're not drinking, so refill. What?
I always still just do my own. When I get here, I have to get my own drink. If mine goes empty, I've got to go get it. So now I just milk it for all that I can get it.
That's what happens when we become part of the Moe's family. We're supposed to help ourselves.
Well, then you need to start getting off your fat ass and doing it.
I'm not doing fuck all. They're nice to me, so I'm nice to them.
Oh, they're nice to me. That isn't the person I was talking about, Jay Turner.
Jay Turner. So we were talking on break about the center and recognizable voices.
Yes.
And how Dolores had mentioned the other day, as she was standing at the top of the stairs, that there are only 2 people that she absolutely recognizes as soon as she walks in, as soon as they walk into the center, and she can hear them all the way from her office, and that's Nicole's voice and your voice. Which you do have a very recognizable voice. I know when you're within like 50 feet of me. I don't care if you're, Ophelia or Ricky. I know exactly where you are. But what was funny, so I said that they had the Imperial Court meeting this week, and Nicole was there, and she comes out of the auditorium to go get the rags because, of course, she has to read the rags. And there are some people waiting in the lobby, waiting for an appointment or whatever. And she's talking to me and, being her usual Nicole self. And she goes back into the auditorium. And one of the guys that was sitting in the lobby said, I know who that is. I know who that is. That is the lady that does the wet underwear contest on Mondays. And I was like, oh, shit.
Clearly, he doesn't go out much.
I'm like,
And I'm glad he was there for a counseling session because it sounds like he needs
Oh, well, I don't know if he was there for
I'm sure he was.
Oh, my God. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
But you do have a very recognizable voice.
Somebody said that at Sunday when I was at the fair. I was talking to somebody in line, and this other gay person, he was like, oh, my God, you're that bitch Ophelia.
Right. The other thing that's very recognizable about you,
what?
Your walk. You have a very distinct walk.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen myself walk.
Oh, I should film it. You have very quick, short steps. Quick. Must be all that walking you're doing with your Fitbit.
Yeah, it could be.
Because it's very distinct.
I do like to go. Go.
Hello, AIDS Walk, which is coming up, by the way. Have you joined the team?
Oh, no. Well, I don't know why you just don't join for me because
then I have to pay for you, too. So, okay, well, when Jay...
Again, I'm not feeling why this answer is so difficult.
when Jay signs up for the team, he can sign up for you too.
All right, Jay, when you sign up for me too.
AIDSWalkSanDiego.org.
Speaking of AIDSWalk, I don't know why I was thinking, Matt Johnson just got an award.
Yes, he just won a local Emmy.
And he looked so cute in his little tuxedo.
Yes,
he's a cutie anyways, but he looked really odd in his tuxedo.
Yes, and he did get for a local Emmy for Outstanding Local Reporter.
In the morning reporter.
In morning reporter, and the one that they highlighted was that guy that had that fucking jet pack on when he like, and that was the funniest clip.
Yeah,
that shit was so funny. So let's talk about some shit that's happening.
Oh, right, let's.
I know you have lots of opinions, and we have had tons and tons of conversations about bullies and kids and
how we need to spank them.
Discipline and spanking, yes. So, and I have always said that, that their behavior is a learned behavior, and I don't know where it comes from. It comes from somebody, but it comes from somewhere, because they're not born with it. And then there's this big story that everybody's talking about. It's been all over the news, started by the Gothamist, and then it went viral everywhere, of this poor older lady who was a school bus monitor.
Right.
On the last day of school in Greece County in New York City, it's outside of Rochester, and she is being like viciously berated and attacked by these middle school boys while they're filming it, and there's 10 minutes of it, and they say shit like, I'm gonna stab you with a knife, but it's just gonna cut you like butter because you're so fat, and you're a fucking bitch, and I'm gonna steal all your shit, and all your family has died because they hate you, and all this stuff. And poor older lady, senior citizen, just crying and trying to maintain her composure. And so a gentleman had started a little fund for her, because they're like, I can't believe that these fucking kids made her cry, and she was doing nothing but doing her job. And
it was not even a job, but she's a volunteer.
Well, she makes $15,000, $15,300 to be a bus monitor.
Oh, because I heard she was a volunteer.
No, she's an employee. In any event,
for $15,000, that's a volunteer,
right? Pretty much. Some guy started a donation thing for her online, and mind you, she's been on interviewed by the Today Show, and she's going to be on Anderson Cooper 360 tonight, and everybody's talked to her in the news. Started this little donation site, like that Kickstarter thing or whatever, and he wanted to raise $5,000 for her so she could go on a nice vacation to get away from little bratty kids like that. Well, as of last count, it was already at $318,000, so she could go on this fucking vacation.
That is going to be a vacay.
And it's just so interesting what some of the comments have been so much about placing the blame on her because she was an adult and she should have known how to handle the kids. And then on the flip side of that, which is a lot of the stuff that you had said, that we have become so afraid of disciplining kids that she couldn't do anything for fear of retaliation because they'll call...
Well, the school policy clearly states she couldn't do anything.
Right.
That's like the other part. This school policy says she could not discipline them. She couldn't smack them, which just so that you little bratty kids know, I would have got up and I would beat the fucking shit out of you. I would have beat you so much that you would have been so colored that your parents wouldn't have been able to recognize your fat ass. That's what I would have done. Mm-hmm. And then I would have went to jail for it. I would have enjoyed every second in jail. Because
Jay would have taken care of you in jail.
Because I just,
So they've been calling around and trying to get like quotes from all these different people about what had happened, and of course they don't want to name who any of the kids are.
I know, which is stupid. And I think that, which they're going to do now, which I think is kind of interesting, because the school district is now going to discipline the children.
Right.
They were not going to discipline the children at first.
Right.
But now they are going to discipline them.
And mind you, this happened on the last day of school for the school district. So they had a quote from one of the fathers of the boys, who was 13 years old, said, "My family's received death threats. He's a 13-year-old kid. It was a stupid mistake and he's paying for it, but I just think it's a little out of control." Mind you, for 10 minutes and 38 seconds, they did nothing but tell this woman that they were going to kill her.
So the kid, the father of the 13-year-old is saying it was a mistake. And so basically standing up for his kid.
Basically, yes.
I'd beat the shit out of that father too.
That's what I'm saying.
God.
That is what I'm saying. You know what? Those kids definitely need to be spanked, but do you want to know what?
No.
Those parents need to be beat the shit out of too.
They need to have their kids taken away.
Well, for real. For real. Well, I thought that this was because we've had this talk, and I get situations like this just fucking floor me because this is when I start thinking, yes, kids are fucking out of control today.
They are, but we can't.
In today's age.
Which it goes back to what we've said is that we have taken away the rights to discipline the children. We do not let the school discipline them. You look at that. There was just another case not too terribly long ago where a kid turned in a report from a teacher because the teacher was going to fail the child because the kid was failing.
Right.
So the kid turned in a thing saying that the teacher made them stay after school to discuss their grades, and in saying so, basically said, you would pass the grade if you let me do this to you. And so they have to do a whole investigation on that teacher, because they have to take the kid's word for it, and yada yada yada. And then and when all of this comes out, it was the third time that kid had accused a teacher of abuse when nothing had ever happened in all three. So that kid now has cried wolf one too many times, but yet the teacher had to leave the school because, I mean, his career is done.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because
he's tainted.
Well, yeah, because we prosecute people before their day in court.
Correct.
And so he was done. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think we need to start pulling out the wooden spoons and the belts, and when our kids mouth off, we need to hit them right then and there.
Thank you. So and that's what I said. I had found this this little picture that you post on Facebook or whatever, and I just want to read it here because I was spanked when I was a kid as discipline. So have to laugh at people who are against spanking. My parents whipped my butt and I learned the switch dance. I didn't hate them. I didn't have trust issues with them because of it. I trusted I was in big trouble when I screwed up and did things my way. I didn't fear them. I feared getting caught doing wrong. But I sure respect them. I learned what my boundaries were and knew what happened if I crossed them. I wasn't abused, I was disciplined. This is why kids nowadays have no respect for anyone.
Right.
Okay, so I posted this, and oh motherfuck, there was some comments, and you will just die what some people say. God damn it, where'd it go? And when he posted this, the first person that came to my mind was you, because I'm like, it's like you wrote this. He said, the whole "I'll turn you into CPS" has fostered an entire generation of undisciplined monsters and intimidated parents from doing anything for fear they will match the TV news definition of child-beating monster.
It's true. I love him. Who is that? I want to marry him.
John Thurston. But I was having a debate back and forth with this guy named Bill, who said, and do you think that hitting was always justified? And who decides when it's justifiable and when it's not?
The parent!
What's the criteria for okay hitting versus not okay hitting?
The parent! You did something wrong, you didn't do something wrong. Black, white.
Right.
Good, bad.
By the way...
God, who is this?
By the way...
Bill, you're stupid.
He says...
Stupid, smart. Where do you fall? Stupid.
By the way, the term spanking is just a more palatable term to use for hitting. Let's call it what it is.
You're right. The first smart thing that you said, spanking is hitting. It's also swatting.
But here was his...
It's called discipline.
Was his first comment.
How old is Bill? He's like 12?
No, he's older. He said, hitting is a coward's way out. It's the non-thinking person's answer to a problem. Glad you were lucky in that your parents didn't abuse the privilege, so to speak. But there are far too many who do. And perspectives like this give them license to continue.
Well, Bill, let me tell you another story. This weekend, I have a friend who's a nurse, and I just happened to be over at the hospital. Her daughter wanted to go to a concert. Her daughter got hurt and was at the hospital. Her mother was afraid to go into the room because the daughter was throwing stuff at the mother. Now, who's right there? The daughter who wanted to go to a concert and decided it was all right to come after her mom with a knife, but fell? Stupid.
So,
you know, and the thing about it is that my mom, we were just joking about this the other day, my mom, she spanked me with a wooden spoon. But I could swear, well, and a belt. I think she got me, I don't know.
I got both, the wooden spoon and the belt.
But I think really I was only spanked maybe 3 or 4 times. I mean, 4 at the most.
Because you learned.
You did learn, and it was the knowing that it could happen. Like that one thing said, you know, if I did something and I was out of line, she's like, don't make me get up.
I'll go to the drawer.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, like we're done. Yeah.
Right. See, and that was my whole point to him too when he went back and forth with me about it.
But, and somebody, obviously he is just, I bet he A, doesn't have kids, and B, I bet he doesn't work with kids.
That's exactly what I told him.
Yeah. Right.
Or he's an only child.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, he could be, my sister, I've said this before.
I love your
She's so gonna send me, she's so gonna send me things. Well, she doesn't watch the show, but her friends will tell her what I'm about to say, and then they'll like, the difference between, you know, because we're 8 years apart. You know, I got spanked, I got, you know, all of that. I was also the first. I mean, I think there was a lot of different circumstances, obviously. But Wanda was talked to. You know, like, let's talk about what you did. What did we learn from it? Yada, yada, yada. I mean, she never...
Do you think that had to do with because she was a girl?
No, I think it had to do with a different time. And when she was saying, you know, spanking was becoming bad, you shouldn't hit, you needed to talk it out. You know, it's like, have a little time out, yada, yada, yada. She didn't really get grounded. She was not disciplined the same way that I was, by no means.
So was she more unruly than you were?
No, no, no. Well, and she also says, it's kind of funny, but she also says that she didn't do things because she saw how I got punished. Okay. And then she was, you know, but really what it did is it made her more sneaky. Like, she just didn't get caught doing things, for one. But B, I think there's a whole different respect level between how my sister is with my parents and how I am with my parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't cuss in front of them. I mean, I cuss on here, and I know my mom watches it, and, you know, that becomes an issue.
Different, though.
But I don't cuss in front of them. I couldn't, never, like, I don't, if I have ever said a bad word, it has been 1 or 2, and it definitely I would never be the, you know, the F-bomb, or, you know, I mean, I think I said shit in front of them once, and I was like, you know, like I was waiting for her to hit me, but, you know, when I smoked, I never smoked in front of them. I never drink in front of them, except for my birthday party. But I mean, there were just things that, you know.
I'm the same way. I don't do that because to me it's a respect thing.
Yes. Now my sister, on the other hand, she'll like pop a beer or a bottle of wine, and she cusses.
I drink with my parents because my mom has a glass of wine. I have a glass of wine.
I still will not. Oh. I feel very weird about it. Will not.
But I do not smoke in the presence of my parents because they don't smoke, and I do my best to. I mean, it will come out sometimes, and it's not on purpose, but I do my best not to swear in front of them.
I just don't.
But to me, that's a respect thing, and that's what I learned growing up, that's how you respect your parents.
I agree.
So, and trust me, I had my mouth washed out with
I'm just telling you, I would beat my child. And if my child was on that bus, I would not be standing there saying, oh, it was a mistake. My 13-year-old would be on the news showing his face, saying, I was a friggin' coward, and I cannot believe I did this to the parent, you know, to this lady, and I would be showing him. I would not be hiding behind that he made him a stupid mistake. That parent made a stupid mistake by being a parent and doing a shitty job of that kid.
Exactly. And it's parents like that we wonder why.
Maybe he can get a job for Pride here in San Diego.
Oh, shit. Well, speaking of San Diego, you know what San Diego is?
Well,
should we take a break and come back and talk about it?
I guess we can.
I think we should. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're back.
I'm glad we had a little break. I had to go get my own drink.
Yeah. Well, you were also accosting some of the customers and looking at baskets.
Well, one was just, I mean, hello.
Right, they're waiting for you.
I'm like, hello, you and your personality.
Speaking of our show.
Oh, I did actually also say hello to Doug. Doug is over there. I love Doug.
Yes, I do love Doug.
You know, Doug has a Fitbit too. Doug and Chris are the ones that got me even get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what's sad is he's at like 21,000, I think, today.
And you are at
4.
4. Well, he's obviously had his longer than you.
Clearly, I have not walked very much today.
The cards that fabulous Chris White made for us.
Speaking, can we just talk about Chris White for a second?
Can we? Because there's a little thing on there that we're going to point out to everybody and we're going to apologize for.
Oh, is it my fault?
Well, no, unless you're a copy editor, but...
My name is spelled right. Mm-hmm. I'm the hottest online show. Mm-hmm. That's right. The times are right. Mm-hmm. Our website's right, which most people don't even get. Right.
Is the day right?
Thursday is right.
No.
Oh, no, there's no S in Thursday. Third day.
Chris told me to tell everybody it's French.
Well, that's brilliant.
It's French.
Third day. Hey, third day is good if you've been drinking. Third day.
It's urban. Third day.
What I really liked is when Chris White used to love me, and he used to, every Thursday would put on Facebook a color. Mm-hmm. That's all he would put on there. He'd he'd get on my Facebook and he'd be like, blue. And I knew that I had to wear something blue, or he would put on pink, and I'd have to wear something pink.
Right.
He stopped doing that.
Oh. Well, perhaps he should start doing that, and then maybe he'd remember that Thursday has an S.
So I have no idea what to wear anymore.
Oh, see? You've been called out.
That's why I'm always late, because I'm sitting at home waiting for Chris
White
to let me know what color to wear.
Well, the mystery's been solved. Fucking A. Oh, I love how we can always blame everything on oh, Lord.
Except for Pride. We will not blame Pride out of Chris.
But we do want to thank him for the 5,000 that we have printed that we will give away for the third day.
Third day.
But before we went to break, we were talking about San Diego.
Yes.
Because it's popped up in a couple of recent surveys that I think are kind of funny. And apparently, San Diego has been named the least manliest city in the U.S.
Hold on, I have no shock look even
no
coming.
Shock
it's
looking.
Just,
well, and
I mean, like, is that supposed to be news?
Well, I'm just thinking. I mean, when you realize what they kind of base their criteria on, I'm like, okay. And mind you, the survey was done by a snack company. Combos. You've heard of those little combos, pretzel. So apparently it's this combos that did, and it's based on the amount of steakhouses, the manual labor jobs, and cigar shops and barber shops per capita.
Well, then we definitely fall under the sissiest city in the world.
We are. Number 49 was San Francisco in all of its manly glory.
Well, and what I think, I was reading the comments, because I never really read the story. I read the comments.
Right.
And then the comments put the story together for me. That's how I do
They
stories.
frame the story for you.
This one guy wrote in there, one of the comments he wrote, I do not believe it that when we have 100,000 military people here in San Diego, how it could be nothing. I'm like, have you met a Marine?
Do you even know what the Marines are or the Navy?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they go and protect and serve, and then they throw it up in the bedroom.
But another survey had also ranked the gayest neighborhoods for men. And of course, the Castro was number 1.
Right. And Palm Springs was number 2 and number 4.
And what's really interesting is they're so not neighborhoods, they're cities. So I'm assuming that it would be neighborhoods within those cities, but West Hollywood, of course. Wilton Manors is on there. And no San Diego.
Well, wait until we get our gay flag up.
Oh, right. Wait until we get that big gay flag up. Anyways, I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. The least manliest city.
I'm making friends today.
Oh, girl. You and your friends. Well, I think I had told you that I did that. I did a story about San Diego Pride because I write for Pacific Magazine.
Yes.
So, and I was assigned Pride, and I got the story completed, and I had told you that I was going to put in there a question about
And they didn't answer.
the vendors, which they did not answer, of course. And I have subsequently sent emails to both Bernardo and Dwayne requesting, can you answer it for me? Are you gonna, or did you just overlook it, or you don't want to answer it? No, nothing.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing has been outsourced. I mean, the person that does our vendors is outsourced. The beverages are outsourced. The person doing the entertainment is outsourced. I don't know why we have a staff at Pride anymore. I really don't.
Pride is outsourced.
Yeah, I mean, we have outsourced it to companies outside of the community. Yeah, why are we paying? Why are we paying for staff?
Okay, so here's the funny thing, and I knew that you would have some sort of a comment on this. But there is a...
What are you saying, that I have a comment on everything?
Girl, please. So they had put out, they recently had their website redone.
Who?
Pride.
Oh.
And they put...
Do they outsource to get it done?
Well, I'm sure they did, because it looks amazing.
Oh, they must have outsourced.
Totally. They put out this thing where they are now having these different parties on Pride weekend.
Right.
Because for too many years, quote unquote, other companies have made money on our community and not given back to the community, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
They should read that.
So they started the block party for Friday night, and then they're having a military party Saturday.
Well, what they really got is,
Sunday.
oh my God, we've outsourced everything. How are we going to make money? So now we have to have more parties so that we can still make more money.
Well, my thing is that I don't know how Pride can actually say that in terms of making money off of our community and then they don't give back to the community, because that's one of the things that Bill Hart Presents, that's part of their business philosophy.
Yeah.
All the fucking circuit parties that they do over Pride weekend, a good 30% of that money goes back to the community.
Yeah.
And it has for fucking since it started.
And it goes back.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So I don't know where does Pride have the audacity to say shit like that? And how can they actually put that out there? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Pride has given much to the community in terms of dollars in the past several years.
No, and this year I think it's going to be even less, because they've taken away the opportunity for organizations to make money by outsourcing. So all of these organizations that were used to make money are not going to make money now.
Right.
So they have found yet another way to not work, not give back to the community, and still collect a paycheck. Where that the last director that we had that was actually good, DeHart. Where's Ron DeHart?
Running Palm Springs Pride now.
That's why I'm going to go to Palm Springs Pride. I love
Palm Springs Pride. That's the last one of the year.
November, yeah.
Yep.
I love that one.
Love it, love it. First weekend of November, everybody go.
I do. And their parade's on Sunday, too.
And Jay likes hunters. Jay loves him some hunters.
I don't go to the bars very much there.
You don't? Mm-mm. Oh, when we go for pit pack,
I go to the tool shed, and
and gets blown cigar smoke all over her.
and then I go over to the barracks on Sunday.
Over to the barracks. I do love the barracks and then we can go to CCBC.
No. I go to the barracks.
It's just a nature walk.
Yeah, whatever. It's scary nature hike.
Well, hello. I mean, I'm just saying.
I just like the barracks. They're very friendly there.
See, we like Toucans. Toucans is fun because there's always a drag show. There's always fest music.
So, well, see, I guess that's the difference, because you see, that I am around drag so much that when I go out of town,
see no kind of drag queens.
I don't want to see no drag queens. I want to go see some.
Well, the only thing that producer Jay cares about are the dancers dancing on boxes at Hunters, which I have photographic evidence of when we go to...
Jay was should have been with me on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Oh,
because that was Father's Day. So you mean when you?
I don't know where. I was just somewhere. Where was I at? I was, and somehow I ended up in a group of people that you know. It was a very fun little group, but I don't think one of the people was under 6'2".
Oh well, I'm just saying. Well, there's the mayor of Hillcrest right now, Chris Shaw.
Chris Shaw, we were just talking about pride. Do you have any comments?
She always.
No, it's not. Don't lie. Are you still on the board?
No,
Oh,
no.
Thank God. That's why I still love you. Come in. I just,
I think it's going to be a fabulous weekend.
at most, it's going to be a fabulous weekend.
Yes, it's going to be.
Showcase our city for everybody that's coming to visit.
Except for Pride, the organization.
I think we're showcasing San Diego.
I'm going to show. I'm going out of town. The bars are good.
The park setting is a great location.
You're so sweet.
It's just
You should go back on the board and be their spokesperson.
it is a great thing.
He's already the spokesperson for all of Gay San Diego. What are you talking about?
It's going to be an awesome weekend.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome weekend for me too because I'm going out of town.
On that note, he'll be.
I just and I don't understand. I was just talking about. Doug just showed me his little Fitbit thing, and he said that you've watched it twice. What are your steps at?
My Fitbit is at 95.66.
Mine's at 42.
Oh, well.
You know what his is at?
Probably 20,000.
21.
Yeah. The guy has a 20,000 day average.
I'm like, whatever.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
There's your phone that you didn't put on
He
vibrate.
needs to stay home more often.
Yeah, but it does get you to walk more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a nice, healthy thing that you should.
Yesterday, I think I was at 30 some odd.
Sell your car, you'll walk everywhere.
It's 10,000. As long as I get my 10,000 steps in a day, I'm really happy.
And
I'll take the dog for a walk, or I'll walk around the block.
10,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
10,000 steps a day. Because that's what they say will make it healthy.
So
Yeah.
do you walk more on purpose if you look at it like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and see it's only 5,000?
Yeah.
Do you walk around in circles?
You totally do.
I walked about Hubbedy's and back, so I know.
Okay, got it.
10,000. How is Hillcrest? How is the Hillcrest Brewing?
It is packing them in. You should do your show down there Monday.
We were supposed to
We
do
were.
it today.
You know what?
So we're going to do it next week.
I haven't. I'm not drinking for 3 months. I do that every year. But my favorite thing down there. Okay.
Okay.
You and Doug, you're both bad influences.
Fireball.
Fireball. The root beer.
Yeah, that root beer is insane for
It
it.
is. It is.
I'm gonna take my mom there for a root beer float.
Have you had a Heier float yet?
No,
I mean, it's
I've just had the root beer.
sugar rush. I mean, it just went right through my face.
Yeah, I can't. I know. I can't wait.
It was awesome.
Love it.
Cannot wait.
Thank you, Chris. We love Chris.
He's so hot.
He's so hot. With his 21,000 steps a day.
I almost got my 50,000. I did a. It was really good.
Oh, girl. You and your walking. Well, you walk 17 million miles when you're at the beach, going to all the different,
I do walk a lot.
looking at all the boys. with
I
all
haven't
their
walked a lot
shorts
today. I
down.
might have to go walking later.
Well, see, maybe you shouldn't take the jitney down to Baja Betty's or
Do you see the
Hillcrest
shoes
Brewing
I'm wearing?
Company. Hey, take them off.
Yeah, no.
Walk barefoot.
You
Are there any events you want to
I'm supposed
plug?
to actually have dinner with Christina Monet tonight.
Oh, well, then you can get your clothes for the White Trash Prom.
Yeah, exactly.
Where will you be having dinner? Martinis?
I think we're having dinner at my house.
Shut the front door.
Okay.
Girl, what are you cooking?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna barbecue something. Maybe I
Of
think
course.
I'll do a barbecue steak or something.
She always loves that grill.
I do love to barbecue.
You do love to.
I do.
Well, are there any other events that you want to talk about? Because the only one I know of is the Stonewall board elections that are on next Tuesday.
I know that there are things going on. I just can't think of anything that's going on.
I know I can't really either, not this weekend, but I can think of several that are going on next weekend.
I know that there's a couple birthdays. I have a bunch of friends that are having birthdays.
Give a shout out.
Fun. Well, no, it's all right because they don't want to talk about their birthdays. But
Because they're just too old, or
yeah, they're getting old.
don't want to remember.
They don't want to have little parties. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. There's a bunch of stuff going on, but I just can't think.
It's the White Trash Prom this weekend at Betty's, so you can go on Saturday.
Yes,
that'll be fun.
That will be fun.
Other than that, that's
I don't
it.
have anything to wear though.
Everything else is on hiatus. Oh, I do know that the
Real quick, go ahead.
softball is doing their big end of season awards banquet shindig thingy thing this weekend as well. at the
Yeah, I'm not
center.
going to that either. Did you watch, real quick, No. Dallas is great. Did you
Damn.
watch Glass House?
No, I did not.
Are you going to?
I do have it recorded. Yes, I am.
Most stupid show. I watched it because, I love Big Brother. And, but I tried to watch it with an open mind. Like, this is two totally different things. It's, yada, yada, yada. And really, I was still sitting there, like, semi-comparing it. But what really wrecked it for me, really wrecked the whole show. Like, and I am, like, over it. I will not watch it anymore. They let them leave on the weekends.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
So they really only record them Monday through Friday.
Oh,
and then they get to leave.
Nope. No. Fuck that. And I can't remember, is the premise, do they win something at the end if they're the last ones?
Yeah, they get money, all of that.
Oh, bullshit. See, the whole time I would be watching it waiting for Julie Cheng to fucking show up somewhere and be like, house guests.
Yeah, no, see, they are allowed, and it's too computerized. The whole, I think that, they have the person that tells them, they're like, yes, please come to the glass wall. It's just, it's stupid.
Well, we should say that July 15th, everybody get ready.
Oh, Lord.
Big Brother is coming back. Big Brother 14.
I'm way
And we will talk about that because that is, I think, both of our favorite shows.
Well, Amazing Race is my total favorite.
Well,
but
yes, but Big Brother is close second.
Yeah,
it's the one that we always talk about.
I even RSVP'd already to a party that they're having for the opening.
Oh, for
night.
like a opening night, like
yeah,
viewing
the opening
thing?
party. Yeah,
Awesome.
And I think I'm gonna get a group of friends, so we're all gonna on Thursdays get together and actually watch it together.
Oh, awesome! After the
thing, we're all gonna watch it together.
Maybe that's where we should go, Producer Jay, if she'll invite us.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Okay. On that note, we should probably go because we've ran really, really long today. We had a lot to talk about.
We did.
You and your spanking of the children and hating of the pride. But I love you for it.
I don't hate Pride. I just hate the way that they're running it. Okay. I think Pride actually, I think what pisses me off about it is I think that Pride is actually important and that it really does serve a purpose, and that when we commercialize it and they have really wrecked it as much as they have, that's what I have a problem with. I think Pride is super important. I think if it's done right, it's super important. When you incorporate the entire community and you make it accessible to the entire community and you give the people and the organizations that work tirelessly all year to give to the community, acknowledge those people during Pride, not acknowledge the business aspect of it, acknowledge being alive, acknowledge Mama's Kitchen, acknowledge Paws, acknowledge all of the organizations that give back to the community that are ignored during Pride. That's what pisses me off.
No.
Speaking of being alive, their soul plates are coming back up.
Right, and it's not, and they've kind of changed it up a little bit this year. It's going to be a little bit different, not just soul plates. It's like soul and art. Yeah. So it's all art, which is very exciting. We've enjoyed ourselves at that event. Yeah. I love being alive. So, on that note, and with AT&T and Soli, who own Pride now, or whoever owns Pride, we will bid you adieu until next Thursday.
Yay!
See ya.